Hi everyone. Today we are solving the one hot encoding problem. One hot encoding is actually quite a simple problem, but is a foundation for many of the ML coding problems which you will see. That is why it is a popular choice in ML coding interview questions. Alright, now let's walk through an example to understand this problem better. We are given an input 1D array called X, which has values such as 0, 1, 2, 1, and 0. Now we need to create the one hot encoding matrix for this. And on the left hand side, we will provide the samples, which I'm labeling as features, which will be 0, 1, 2, 1, and 0. This will act as the row. Now let's provide the column values, which will range from 0 to 2 for this X input array. So let's write 0, 1, 2. And for each sample value, let's plot them in the matrix. So for 0, it will be 1, 0, 0. Let's do it for 1. It will be 0, 1, 0. So this is quite self-explanatory. Let's do the whole matrix in a similar fashion. And this is the one hot encoding matrix which we need in the output. The upper values are the range of values which we don't need to provide in the output. And the below matrix is the one hot encoding matrix. You may pause the video at this point so that you can figure out to code the solution on your own. Alright, let's jump into the solution. For creating the one hot encoding matrix, we first need to figure out the number of rows and the number of columns the matrix will have. The number of rows will actually be equal to the number of samples. Let's see the example input which we had. This has total number of 6 samples, so this will be the number of rows. Now the columns will be actually the range of values for this input array, and it will be equal to 3 because this ranges from 0 to 2. Now let's jump to the step 1 of solving this. We first need to initialize the one hot encoding matrix with all zeros. The final step will be setting the one hot encoded values for the particular input array. So we will set 1 where the nominal values are equal to the sample values. Now let's jump into the code. First step is we need to initialize the number of rows. That in this case will be the shape of the input array, and we need to take out the first value since it is a 1D array. Next, we need to get the number of columns. Since it will be the range of the values, we need to get the maximum of the input array and increment it by 1 since it will start from 0. Now let's move on to the step 1 of the one hot encoding algorithm. We need to initialize the input matrix with zeros. So we create the np.zeros with the shape of rows and columns. And now we set the nominal values for the particular values of x to 1. And this is it. The row value will be the rows and the column values will be the x. Alright, now we can run the function with a given example we were discussing. So let's initialize x with 0, 1, 2, 1 and 0. And in output we can call the function and get the value of one hot encoding, and let's print it. Alright, that's about it. Thank you for watching.